Hello, everyone. Thank you and welcome to the information session for the Life Coaching Certificate Program here at Sofia University. My name is Roland Reese, Director of Marketing and Communications, and we have our program chair, Tami Mensh here, along with Jennifer Shishito from our admissions team, and they'll be guiding you through our program this evening. Again, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Roland. So we'll just wait a couple minutes to have more students come into the info session, and then we'll begin our session. Thank you so much. Okay, it looks like a lot of people have joined in the room. So good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Jennifer Shishito, and I'm Mission Counselor here at Sofia. Welcome to Sofia University Certificate in Life Coaching Info Session. I am joined here today with my colleagues from the Admission Department, as well as the esteemed faculty of the Life Coaching Program, who I will introduce in just a moment. We will start off our info session with the introduction of the faculty. The faculty will then give their PowerPoint presentation, and at the end, you will have time to answer any questions about the program to the faculty, as well as admission questions at the end. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them directly to Tami, but you can also ask them in the chat. So let's begin our introductions right now. I would first like to introduce our esteemed director, Tami Mensh, who is in charge of the life coaching program. Tami has her master's in transpersonal psychology. She also has an ACC coaching accreditation with the International Coaching Federation. Tami is also ICF 2022 Capital Coaches Conference speaker and presenter. She is trained in the power of embodied transformation and the power of presence. She is an experienced circle leader, creator, and host of the Emerging Consciousness Global Online Festival, and a trained Way counselor facilitator. Tami's special sauce is palpable energy, blended with her master's education in transpersonal psychology, practice as a transformative life and spiritual business coach, and over 30 years' experience in marketing and entrepreneurship. I will hand it off to Tami now for the presentation.
All right. Hello, everybody. It's so good to be here to talk about this wonderful program at Sofia and your coaching journey. I really would love for this to be interactive. I'm not a big PowerPoint person because I'm a more face-to-face, interactive person. So please feel free to be a part of this conversation and get as much out of it, whatever you need from this time that we have here together. So yes, your coaching journey. There's something special that brought you here to this time and place, and it's meaningful. It's you're here for a reason, and let's figure out what that is and learn more about the coaching certification program. So when talking about coaching, I like to explain coaching in the way of this little comic that I saw several years ago. And it is, it's if you imagine two goldfish swimming in a fishbowl together. And one goldfish says to the other fish, hey, how's the water? And the other goldfish says, what water? And so this to me is an example of coaching. What coaching does is help you leap out of the water that you're swimming in. Sometimes we don't see what's right in front of us. We don't know what we're immersed in. We can't see what we can't see. And coaching helps to lift that veil, to show us our blind spots. And it's really hard to do that yourself. Sometimes you need someone else to provide that for you so that you can see beyond your current way of thinking to make what's unconscious conscious. And so that's just a little bit about how we envision coaching here at Sofia. The way that the International Coaching Federation, which is the governing body, the global governing body of coaching, defines coaching is as partnering with clients in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires them to maximize their personal and professional potential. So what we do is we are thinking partners with our clients. And what makes our program here unique is that at Sofia, our students learn and practice transformative coaching through the lens of transpersonal psychology, utilizing the core competencies with the ICF. So if you're not familiar with transpersonal psychology, that's what we're all about. And this is part of the transpersonal psychology department at Sofia. Transpersonal psychology is thinking beyond psychology, beyond the person, into the areas of our fullest human potential, using things like dreams and creativity and intuition and movement and mindfulness and near-death experiences and all of those realms we use that can expand our capacity as humans. And we bring that together with the coaching. So we're using all of these modalities together and combining it with the pure quality coaching that the ICF represents. So what that kind of looks like, and we talked about this with the goldfish, is that it's a mirror. We provide a mirror. And we use a process called reflective inquiry. And that is where we reflect back like a mirror to our coach what we see and sense that the client is bringing to the conversation in the way of emotional tone, beliefs, and values. And then we follow this up with a question or inquiry that evokes insight so that the client can gain a greater insight into how they think and see the world. And this is really on the cutting edge of what is being embraced by leaders and teachers and therapists that are bringing coaching into their work because it develops more autonomy, sustainability, and change and transformation in the client. The client isn't relying on someone to tell them what to do. They are looking within themselves to expand their own awareness so that they are the experts in their own lives. Who are we to assume that we know someone better than they know themselves? So we help the client to look within themselves to find their own answers. And that's what makes it a beautiful thing. And this is what is being used now in all types of leadership, executive, many different types of coaching, because it's really proving to help companies and organizations and people to become stronger and more fulfilled on their own. And it's a new type of leadership, and we're helping to build those skills in our coaches and in the leaders. So just to reiterate, coaching is not teaching, it's not training, it's not therapy, it's not counseling, it's not mentoring, it's not consulting, it's not performance management or employee assistance. It's becoming this thinking partner. It's about looking forward. It's about asking the client, not telling the client. So I just want to make sure that we're all using this same definition of coaching, because this is commonly misunderstood. Many people will call themselves a coach, and that's not the type of coaching that we're learning and training in. We're learning the future based, the ask type of coaching. So if you have any questions about that, I'd be happy to respond to that right now, or we can wait and keep moving on and take some more questions in a little bit. But I just wanted to let that sit for a minute and see if there were any, questions or surprises that you might have found from what you've heard so far. So Jennifer, just let me know if you see any wiggles out there about that, okay?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, great. So what we're working towards in this program is being is working towards the gold standard. We are aligned with the ICF, and that's a really special thing, because earning an ICF credential is a process that provides legitimacy and credibility to the credential holders. Like I said, anybody can say that they are a coach, but when you're an ICF coach, this gives you the standard and the credential where everyone knows that you have been trained properly, and it opens more doors for you. So we are an ICF accredited institution, and our program is aligned with the ICF, and it helps to prepare you to go on to your ICF credential. So how do we do that a little bit? What is our curriculum like? What makes us different? Well, our program, even though it is online, it is highly experiential and it's highly transformative. We have live classes with high engagement. There's a lot of practice together with your peers, and you receive valuable feedback. We incorporate transpersonal practices like identifying emotions and mindfulness journal and subject-object relations and self-awareness, the psychological aspects. We learn a lot about that within the coaching curriculum. And we are also helping to prepare you for your coaching business. You may be working for an internal organization, or you may be a coaching entrepreneur. And so we're going to help to prepare you to get started in your business and create a roadmap for that, with visions and values, and assessing your target market, and a SWOT, strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and threat analysis, those kinds of things, so that you can feel confident when you're entering the market and be ready to go if you're choosing to be an entrepreneur, coaching entrepreneur. This is a little overview of the program, and I know this is not easy to see right now here. And so I'm going to invite you to reach out to us afterwards, and we can email this to you. But what you're looking at, I'm just going to talk this through with you a little bit, which is the way that our program is set up. So it's a 20-week program. We start on October 9th, 10th, and 11th with an immersion, and those times for that immersion, it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. Pacific time. And so that's where we really dig in, and we get to know our cohort, and we learn all the foundations, and we're together in this immersive time, and we start coaching and practicing right away. And this is we create an amazing container of trust. We are all willing to make mistakes, and we're all working together, receiving feedback, being coachable, because we are learning and growing ourselves. And there's a lot of confidentiality and closeness and interconnectedness between the group. And that's really something that you're going to enjoy and get a lot of benefit out of. And then after that, each week for the first 7 weeks, we're going to meet you're gonna have online curriculum. You're gonna have discussions and very interesting readings and media. But we're also going to meet once a week on Wednesdays for 2 hours from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And we're going to practice coaching, and we're going to do transpersonal practices to get us centered and help us to embody a coaching mindset. I'm going to partner you up with a peer coaching with your peers to practice coaching. So you're going to have 6 sessions that you're going to have with your peer coach, and then you're going to have 6 sessions that you're going to have with a coaching client. And by client, I mean someone that isn't a family or friend, but someone that you don't have to be a paid client, but someone that you can practice with that's outside of your classroom so that you can begin to gain more and more experience. So you're going to have about 12 coaching sessions under your belt. And in each one of those, you'll have a reflection form, and I'm going to look at those and we'll discuss those to help you to say, hey, who am I? How am I showing up in this? What am I learning? What am I taking away? What did I do well? And what can I do better with each time? And we'll unpack those sessions together in our reflection forms and in our coaching time that we have. In the second section, so weeks 1 through 7, and then I think I can't even read this either, 7 through 14. You're going to be assigned a mentor coach. So that's going to be someone that's in addition to me, that will be meeting with you to really do more practicing. In the beginning, we're going to have observations. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. Your mentor coach is really going to help you fine tune and hone your skills. And this is all part of the ICF requirements. So you are getting all of what the ICF requires in this program. So you'll have some group coaching with the mentor, and you'll also have 3 one-on-one sessions with your mentor coach. So these are really valuable times to practice and to get ready for your final evaluation, which is a recorded session. And we'll make sure that you're totally prepared. You'll have a session that you record with a client, and then if that passes all of the ICF core competencies, that's what we're going to be learning and practicing every week. Then you will pass your exam, and that qualifies for passing the ICF exam also. So by the time you finish and you go through this program and you earn this, you pass the evaluation, you will be certified as a certified coach, and you can feel confident and comfortable saying, yes, I am a certified coach with Sofia University. And that's going to get you really close to applying for your ACC if you choose to continue with that, because you'll have coaching hours under your belt, and you'll already have had your mentor coaching, and you will have had your evaluation that's passed. So this is considered a level 1 program, and you'll have everything you need to really get started and to be confident with your coach. I have had so many clients that have so many students that can't believe how transformative this whole process is, that I'm with you every step of the way. You have the beauty of online, but you have the beauty of your cohort and me to support you in this process. And it's been amazing to see the growth and I'm so proud of the amazing coaches that Sofia is putting into this world, because it is important work, and it's work that is so needed right now. So I'm so glad that you're here to do this, because I can't imagine a better thing that you could be doing to move humanity forward than to help people to become more self-actualized and ready to be better in their personal and professional lives. This slide gives a little bit more detail about what I talked about. And this is something else. I know it's not easy to read here, but that we would be happy to send you after the session, or if there at any time by email. So let me take a breath here. Is there anything here that anybody wants to jump in, that you have a question about, maybe the specific program dynamics that I've talked about so far? Just want to create some space for that, for you to think about and digest.
Hi, this is Maria.
Hi,
Um,
Maria.
Hi. So when you say that this is level one criteria for ICF, is that suggesting that there's more levels that are potentially available? Is it through Sophia or through the ICF?
So we are a level one school, and so that means that you are preparing for your ACC, which is the entry level credential. So you're going to have 99 training hours and everything you need to be prepared for your ACC. If you are in a level two, then it would be more demanding, more rigorous, more hours, and you would be preparing to get your next level, which would be your PCC.
Okay, thanks.
Is
And
that
then, okay, did you want to jump in something else?
no, no, I was wondering if that was clear. Was that clear?
Yeah, it is. And then is there, like, say with the ICF or even with Sophia, is there like a direct, like if somebody's looking for a coach, is there a directory somewhere that they can see like accredited coaches?
Yes, yes. The ICF, you can list yourself as a coach on the ICF website and be found there. Yes.
Okay, thanks. And this is a little separate. So I see that your next one is starting in October. If I'm not quite ready for October, when is your next session beginning for the next group?
We may have another session, another start time. We finish in March, it goes October through March. We may start another one in April, but what I'm finding is that October is a really good time for people to begin, and that is most likely when we'll start the next one. So this will be probably the main one for this year.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for your questions. Okay, I'm just going to go on to this next slide, and this might stimulate some ideas as well. Oh, I think this is hard to see. Looks different on my screen. Um, but what we're talking about here are different types of coaching niches, right? What can I do as a coach? What kinds of work could I do? And so this slide, I didn't realize that it was showing up black. It might show up black for you. On mine, it looks a little bit different. But I'm just going to throw some different ideas of different types of coaching out at you. There's internal coaching where you're working for an organization, and and many organizations have internal coaches now because they know this helps develop their employees, and they know that it helps to give their employees and their teams and their leaders an edge. It's innovative, and it helps them to stay ahead and to become the best leaders they can be. So many organizations value having an internal coach. So you might be an internal coach. Many of our coaches you become nature-based coach. They do coaching in nature, walking, forest bathing, using nature as a guide for coaching. There are executive coaching, and that's pretty clear what that is. There are health and wellness coaches, career coaches, psychedelic integration coaches. I have a lot of students that have come through that were interested in psychedelic integration, and they have used their coaching skills, their transformative coaching skills from Sofia in that way. There are relationship coaches, there are performance coaches, emotional intelligence coaches, empowerment coaches, leadership coaches, spiritual business coaches. I do a lot of coaching, spiritual business coaching, where people are starting spiritual businesses and they want to have a really good relationship with sales and marketing. They want it to feel good. They want it to be ethical, and they don't want it to feel salesy. And so we do a lot of ways so that they bring in their own values and vision into their coaching. There's mindset coaching, NLP coaching, financial coaching, team coaching, mental health coaching, intuitive coaching. Some astrologers bring coaching in. So there are a lot of really interesting combinations and ways that you can blend transformational coaching that you learn at Sophia into so many different ways. And I'm going to stop here because there might be something that's sparking inside of you that you might say, gee, this is the kind of coach that way that I'm thinking about using coaching, that you might have a question and want to, you know, throw that out now as far as the type of coaching that you might be thinking of that isn't listed here, or might have some questions about that. So just want to give a little space here for you to think about what kind of coaching would I want to offer? What's really lighting me up? I'm just going to show you a couple more pictures to show you the type of coaching that I've done that's not exactly the way you might imagine coaching to look. Yes, it can look like you on Zoom and talking to a client, or in a chair facing your client, but I also talked about different types of coaching in nature. I've done coaching with yoga, vivid vision coaching. Here's a picture, a slide where we're doing some visioning along with yoga and movement. So that's just a out of the box way of thinking about transformational coaching. Here's another slide. When Jennifer was introducing me, she mentioned that I was a speaker at the Capital Coaches Conference, and I brought a circle. I'm also a circle guide. I brought circling to the coaches conference. So it didn't look like a regular coaching session, but within the circle, we used all of the ICF core competencies of creating, of evoking awareness, creating a container of trust, of having presence, finding a way forward. We did this all in a circle and using oracle cards and intention setting. So all of this can be considered coaching too when you combine it with the ICF core competencies. So I love, this is my favorite thing to do, is to explore what is it that you love and what is it, the modalities that you're interested in, and how can we combine these with the ICF core competencies to qualify you to do both, to blend it and to make your own unique way of coaching. Believe that it's just unlimited the way that you can use coaching. And so it's so fun to think about all the ways that you can combine coaching with so many different things that you might be interested in or good at or already doing that you didn't think that coaching would apply to. All right, so here we're going to come to the end of my slide presentation. I want to thank you so much for your time and attention. I know how valuable it is, so I appreciate it so much. And I'm going to open the space now. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that I can see you and that we can have a conversation, and you can put any questions in the chat or ask me directly. I would love to hear what you're thinking, what ideas you have, and talk about it. That's why I'm here.
Well, I put my camera on. This is my after work, after dinner look. Currently, so I work for a nonprofit, and I'm in HR, and 80% of what I do is admin and compliance and all that stuff. And maybe 10% of the time I get to coach. And that's what I realize I love. And so I want to be able to focus even more on that. I'm also publishing a book about a journey to love. And so I'm interested in being a coach for women who are looking for love. And I would even like to do both because I have my like a corporate business and nonprofit background. And then I have this other. But I wasn't thinking about starting in October because I'm in the middle of launching my book. But if we go back, so and I just want to get a little bit more details about the October. So I remember hearing an immersion of like 3 days, like October 9, 10, 11 or something like that. And then, and it sounded like they were like 9 to 12 in the morning.
In Pacific time. Yep.
Okay. And then they would, but then you're done at noon. So something like that. Okay.
Exactly.
But then when does the next like iteration or like when is the next class? When would the next one be, or when would be the next place I'd have to participate?
Great question. And I love that you're thinking about bringing that you're in HR. There's so many opportunities, but like you're doing now, to be a coach. I'm sure you're doing a lot of those coach-like questions and work right now. And I do know some love coaches, and that's a great field to get into. I also work with, you're writing a book. There are ways to work with writers and authors and coach them and creativity coaching. But to get back to, you just got me excited with the types of coaching. The first week will be considered that next week after the immersion. So that next week will start on that Wednesday. Let me look at that exact date. It is the 16th. So the Wednesday the 16th, we will start with the teleconferences, and these are not recorded. I have to tell you, it's live, participation. It's really important that we're there for each other. We're practicing together, and the confidentiality is really important. So we're not going to be recording those sessions. So we're going to have about 7 of those weekly teleconferences. And I have a little bit of wiggle room in there with that, with the dates depending on, with the how many conferences we're going to have, depending on how many students we have in the program. It may be a week or 2 less or a week or 2 more of those, so that we can make sure everybody gets their 5 observations in. There are certain requirements we have to hit to make sure that we qualify for that, the ICF.
Okay.
Requirement.
So again, like a technical, so then
Mhm.
the following week on the 16th, and then are the sessions again, like are you saying like Wednesdays from 9 to 11? Did I hear that? Okay.
Yes.
And there might be 7 of those, or is that going to be for then the full 20 weeks?
So there'll be about 7 of those right in a row, weekly, boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, and then you're going to have some more autonomy, right? You're going to be doing your own coaching with your own clients, still filling out those reflection forms, and then you're going to be prepared with a mentor coach who's going to do group coaching. And then we can say, all right, group, and we might have people all over the world, right? We had to have a big timeline and say, what's the best time? And it was like, 3 p.m. So that we could get all the time zones. But the group decided together, we want to do Mondays at 3 p.m. for 7 hours, not 7 sessions, but 7 hours together. And so that's more, that not be Wednesday. That might be according to what is good for your group. And then you'll have 3 one-on-one sessions that will, with the mentor, that will be scheduled according to your convenience.
Okay. All right. No, I have a lot to think about because then so I'm in this group. I'm walking the Camino de Santiago for the next I'm leaving the 13th and I'm gone for 2 weeks. So I have to I have a lot to consider. about timing and if I think I can do it at this time, which is why I was asking, like, is this the only session? But okay.
Well, anything that I can do to help you think it through, or you're walking this idea about if we could walk this together and figure it out, I'm happy to see how we can make it work. I know that, everybody's life is full and has a lot going on. So I'll work with the best that I can with you on figuring this out if you really want to make it work.
Okay. Thank you. And then is there going to be, I know you're popping things into the chat, but I'm like, what's the best way to connect with somebody here?
You can email admissions@sophia.edu, and then I can send Tami's email to you so you guys can connect.
Okay.
Yeah, happy to pop on a Zoom or a call or whatever, to talk about it a little bit more and so how it applies to you and the specific details that you need.
All right. Thank you.
And I see Jeremy here. Hey.
Hey, good to see you.
See you.
Thanks for the wonderful presentation.
Welcome. What are you?
What am I? I lost you for a second.
I said, what are you? I'm hearing. I
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on.
can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason it's cutting off when you're talking.
I don't know what's going.
Yeah, I don't know. Teams is weird sometimes for me. Oh, well, I don't really know what you were asking, but I'll just talk.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, thanks for the presentation. You know, I love all things transpersonal. So when it popped in my email, I'm like, let's see what this is all about. Not particularly interested in coaching at all, but if I were, like, this would be the type of program that I would want to do if I were to do it. So I was just curious to learn more, and your presentation covered everything in terms of what's involved and, you know, because I haven't researched it at all. Like I said, haven't considered it in any fashion. But it's solid, you know, really well organized. I'm sure that in terms of how it's structured and the way in which things are approached. Of course, I agree with all of it. I would like endorse this for everybody. I think everybody that is considering coaching should do something like this. I have no idea what the other programs are like, but just the way you emphasize the transpersonal aspects in, you know, for me, it just seems so natural because that's how I live. But to understand that there are lots of people out there that are missing that part, or coaching programs that don't include that part, and just explaining how this program emphasizes that part. If anybody were to say, hey, are you hip to any coaching programs? I would say, yes, this is the one that you should do. But it's also nice, like, because I'm such a curious person. But then sometimes when you learn about something, you just realize, well, that's awesome, but totally not what I'm looking for. And the nice thing about it is that I know exactly what I'm doing. And I know exactly like what my goals are when I graduate. And I thought maybe I could add this to it. And maybe it will be added, but it's certainly, I don't know. There's a reason why I'm pursuing and developing the program that I'm developing is because that's what I want to do. And I thought, well, would it tie into this? And you know, it's my vision is totally different than this. And now I understand more about what coaching is because I had no idea before. But it still doesn't change the fact that it might be something down the road. But I got to build what I'm building first and then see where it goes from there. But I love it. And it's beautiful like that Sofia offers this to the Sofia community, but also to like non-Sofia community, like anyone that's looking for this type of certification. I think that it's a beautiful program. I don't know how involved you were in structuring it as far as in the incorporation of the transpersonal aspects, but if it was you or whoever did it, it's a beautiful thing.
Thank you. If you, yeah, you might. I'm not echoing now that you're muted. And I really want to thank you for showing up here, Jeremy, because Jeremy is a beautiful, beautiful PhD student at Sofia and doing amazing work. And a lot of the the PhD students are welcome into the certification program as well as non-Sofia students. And I'm really glad that you were able to give a little flavor of what the school is like from a firsthand perspective, and that you came and you followed your curiosity. That is the number one thing that coaches need is curiosity, and so you showed that that beautiful transpersonal quality of following your curiosity. So thank you so much for coming and learning more about coaching. And now I know you can share it with others and let them know what we're doing. And so it's wonderful. I'm really glad that you took the time to be here. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay, any other questions?
Yeah, I see Liz has a question. Let me see. Okay, she asked, in what type of setting could you work after certification? Could you start your own coaching practice?
Yes, Elizabeth. Coaches are there's an entrepreneurial quality to coaches. Yes, you could work internally, like I mentioned, but many coaches start their own coaching business and get their own clients through word of mouth. There are different companies called Better Up that you can find coaching clients through. Many more and more platforms that are becoming available to connect coaches with clients. So yep, you do your own branding, and you can do your own website. I really encourage coaches to create their own programs and workshops, and so that they're able to deliver not only coaching sessions but productize their coaching offerings so that clients know, what am I coming away with? Some people are like, hey, why do I need coaching? And so you want to say, this is what you will come away with coaching. So a lot of people that are coaching entrepreneurs will, and I don't mean to scare anybody with the word entrepreneur. It just means working on your own, or in a group with other coaches. But yeah, you can. I lost my train of thought there with the going off on the entrepreneurial uh, tangent. But um, yes, you can definitely start your own, and we can help you do that. That's part of the program, is getting you set up for your own business. Yes, hope that was helpful. Okay. I just want to say that I came through the Sofia coaching program, and I was a master's student. So Maria, I know that you're looking at this certification program, but we also offer the coaching coaching through the master's program at Sofia too. So that's something that people might be interested. If you want more than a certification, you want a master's program along with the certification. That's something that we're starting in the fall at Sofia. It's a two-year master's program, and it'll really give you a wide variety of all kinds of transpersonal studies as well. And I have to say that when I was choosing coaching, I wasn't sure, like, I was like, is this what I want to do? And then I realized that coaching is everything. And that it can be incorporated in everything. And it's a really practical way to use your transpersonal education or your transformative work. whether you're an energy worker or any different, like psychedelic coach or a psychedelic worker or um, uh, like executive leadership. We talked about all those different types of work. There are so many ways to blend coaching with it. I had artists that became coaches for artists and authors, and so there's creative ways, and then there are a lot of business ways to combine coaching. So I was really happy that I did, and now I'm incorporating it with teaching. So that's neat too. Anything else? Any other questions in the chat or anything else that I can do to illuminate more about the program? Okay. All right. Well, I really encourage everyone to take a deeper look, to reach out to me. If you have any questions and you want to talk about how it works specifically or how it might apply directly to you, I'm here for you to do that. I'm really excited about this program, and we have a lot of amazing alumni and coaches that I can also connect you with if you want to hear from their perspective as well.
Thank you so much, Tami.
Thank
I just
you.
wanted to say to conclude at the end, we are still accepting applications for fall 2024. If you would like to apply, you can apply by September 16th. If you would like to wait a little bit longer for the winter 2025, you can start applying in December 13th for a start date of January 13th, 2025. Again, also, if you want to be in contact with Tami, please email admissions@sophia.edu so we can connect you. I can connect you from her email as well as, connecting through Zoom or whatever kind of information session that you would like to have with her as well. So thank you so much all for attending. I hope it was a great night that you got to meet the Sophia faculty and staff, and I hope you have a great night and have a information for the Sophia University. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'd be honored to support you on your journey. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Are we signing off?
Yes, thank you so much, Tami. I really appreciate it. It's so amazing.
Okay, well, thank you for your help. I appreciate you doing the tech stuff and the intro. Did you say at the end the dates in January? I wasn't sure. You said them kind of quickly. I wasn't
Oh,
sure if I.
so yes, just for the application, we have one for oh, sorry, I'm getting this information for January 13th for the winter session.
For the certification program?
Yeah, is there no start date for January 13th?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Okay.
We're starting October 9th
Okay, for winter?
for now.
For now, okay, so not September 30th. Okay, I will make sure I tell the students that I'll have the list and I'll let them know.
Yeah. I don't want you to get the January
Sorry,
mixed up.
I didn't know that the life coaching was a different admission date. I'm used to like the master's program, and usually it's like September 30th, and then winter is just
You said January
January.
30th. No, no, no.
Okay.
September 30th is fine, but not
hmm
January 30th.
Okay, I will have the list of the
Yeah.
attendees and I'll email them back, giving them correct information. I'm sorry about that.
No problem. No problem. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.